Hey team, Jen here. I am coming to you at the top of week 3, and I hope that you guys had a great week 2. Here in week 3, we begin a 2-week long reading of Doris Lessing's novel, The Grass is Singing. So sit back, relax, take your time with this novel. There's a lot going on in it. This week, I want you to hone in on, basically your ways of close reading text. What are you noticing about The Grass is Singing as you read through this novel? And paying particular attention to if you see any tension in the topics of gender, colonialism, power struggles. Your answer to all of those questions is going to be, yes, of course I see tension in those things. But I'd like you to try to hone in on what exactly strikes you, it seems problematic or seems interesting concerning those topics as you read through. This week you have a discussion forum post on your initial reading of Lessing's novel, and I encourage you, as usual, to run with any context that strikes you rather than writing to the prompt. If you need a reminder of how I expect discussion forums to run, you can review my video on how to engage in the discussion forums. That will give you a good sense of what I'm looking for. This week as well, in week 3, you have a workshop deliverable due. Excuse me. This workshop asks you to hone in on, I like using the word hone in on, to find some resources that could potentially be useful for you as you continue to think about your ideas, your context for the final paper. Now, you will be getting feedback from me on your workshop, but in the meantime, I'd like you to watch my overview video on how to conduct basic research, because you might be wondering why on earth any instructor would ask you to start to conduct research when you've only just landed on a context for a book you probably haven't even read yet. It's actually, though, a great idea, because the kind of research that I'm asking you to do is exploratory research, and it's the kind of research that's going to help you to feel inspired and to feel like you have a sense of how you want to continue to narrow down your topic even before you read the text. Now, one thing that you'll see from my video on basic research is that I urge you never, ever to start your research by researching the primary text. So if you're writing your final paper, let's say on The Stranger, the absolute last thing you ever want to do is research articles written on The Stranger. Why? Find out by watching my video on basic research. It'll give you some inspirational approaches to refresh your idea of researching and how to make researching something that matters, something that's meaningful to you distinguishing yourself as an academic. So that is my suggestion, my big tip for you this week. Also, if you need more pointers about research, perhaps more sophisticated research methodologies, come to my online office hours or shoot me an email. We can work together on your particular topic and how to find resources. I love conducting exploratory research, and I'd be happy to help you explore your own topics. It's something that I really enjoy doing. Here in week 3, you'll notice that I will be doing a lot of grading on your deliverables from week 2, so stay tuned on that. As usual, I will send you out an email when I've completed my grading, but you can feel free to check anytime to see that. For your papers that you've submitted and Turnitin, you'll notice that I need you to go directly back to that assignment to access Turnitin again to read my comments. My comments are very involved. They're very lengthy. Sometimes I'll leave voice comments. I'll leave you marginal comments and end comments and rubric comments. So there's a lot of commenting going on your papers. I want you to make sure that you have read the comments on your paper before you submit your next paper. I can also tell if you have read my comments on Turnitin. I require every student to read comments in Turnitin. If I see that you haven't read my comments and Turnitin, then I will not read your next essay, because I will not expect that you will have made any of the changes, or you won't have any awareness at all of what changes need to be made. So there's no use in me reading another essay from you if you haven't been reading the comments. I check every week. if I see that you haven't looked at the comments, you'll be hearing from me. It's very important that if you want to grow as a writer in this course, you have to show that you're committed to reading the comments, considering them, and working toward resolutions, working toward improvement. That's the best that I can ask from you, and that's the best that you should be asking from yourself. So be on the lookout for that. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'm very interested to see what you think of Lessing's novel as we go forth. Have a great week, guys. I'll see you soon.